Republican Congressman Drew Ferguson of Georgia sits on the House Budget Committee. Talk to me about this. I mean, a budget shutdown, a government shutdown doesn't benefit anybody. It's a political tool sometimes, but where are we in this?
Well, you're exactly right, Harris. It doesn't benefit the American public, not one bit. And I don't believe that we're going to reach that point. We saw yesterday that the House moved very quickly to pass the 2-week CR, and I think going forward, I think we're going to get a good bipartisan deal to keep the government open. I feel like that our conference is coming together. We have a clear set of goals. Just look at what the House has done this year in terms of passing a good conservative budget, passing all 12 appropriations bills, and now we think it's time for the Senate to take action on these and move America forward.
All right. So the idea was illegal immigration and the border wall, and specifically DACA and the Dreamers. The Democrats saying that they won't do a deal unless DACA, protection for dreamers in this country, is part of it. And I've heard Congresswoman Diane Black said it on the program, and others in the House like yourself say you can't rush something like that through. So what do you do to slow that down? Does it really have to be here to keep the government from shutting down? I mean, you got 2 weeks, but it's going to come up again.
Sure, the Democrats are going to continue to bring that up. But look, let's be clear on DACA and immigration. We have got to fix that problem, not only DACA, but border security, having an immigration system that works for our economy, that works for that protects our American citizens, and I believe that we can get there. I do not believe that needs to be tied to any sort of spending deal, and I don't think that it's appropriate that the Democrats are willing to shut the government down over that. It's an important issue. What we know right now is that many of the priorities of America are in our appropriations bills, and it's imperative that the Senate take those up. It's imperative that we get a budget cap deal done, and most importantly, it's important that we get tax reform done for the American economy and for the American citizens.
Yeah, so then that brings me to, do you think Democrats will try to tie this one thing to the next? I mean, try to get in, the idea that maybe they can get some of their spending bill wishes in by putting some pressure on the tax reform conversation too. Even though, I mean, you don't need their votes, but you do for the spending bill.
Well, we certainly don't for the tax reform bill, and I'm confident that the good work that's going on in the conference committee right now is going to lead to a product that really provides great relief to the middle class and really transforms the way American business operates on the global stage. So I really think that that's good for America. You're exactly right. We don't need them for the tax bill, and we should push forward on that. As far as the spending bill goes, again, if our conference sticks, which yesterday we showed that we could on the House floor, I believe going forward that we're going to be in a very, very strong position. Our leadership is going to have a strong negotiating position, and I believe that we can get a spending bill done that makes sense for America. Most important in all of that is funding our national security, making sure that our troops get a pay raise, making sure that the men and women that are serving this nation actually have the tools and the resources they need to defend this nation around the world.
All right, real quickly before I let you go, we did not have to see the president sit between two empty chairs, or as I was calling it, between two ferns part deux. The Democrats actually came to the table. Talk to me about the tone, the mood, if you will, the morale on Capitol Hill. You got a lot of stuff going on, and then you finally had bipartisan leadership back at the table with the president.
Well, I was glad to see him come back to the table. It was the right thing to do. Holding American citizens hostage in a budget deal is not the right thing to do. So I know that leadership, at least on the House side, is committed to making sure that we don't shut the government down. Glad to see the other side coming to the table. Listen, we've got a lot of really important things to do, as you have pointed out. And going into next year, we have the very, very unique opportunity to leverage all of the economic success that we're doing right now and really begin to transform our welfare entitlement system. And I think that that's vitally important, because as our economy grows, we're going to need more people to come back into the workforce, and we need to make sure that they've got the tools to do just that.
All right. Congressman Drew Ferguson from the great state of Georgia. I'm a peach, so I like the state. Great to have you on this fine Friday. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Harris.